When I get a sugar craving, this is the healthy alternative that I eat instead of those empty calories that you get from regular store-bought candy bar. They're naturally sweetened and super easy to make, but more importantly, they taste great and are a lot cheaper when made in bulk at home. All you need is 10 minutes, 5 ingredients and a food processor. And if you want to learn how to turn any treat into a delicious healthy recipe, follow the link in the description to get my free ebook. I start by making a sticky base using dates or other dried fruit, and for dates there's no need to buy the expensive medjool dates. You can use any regular pitted dates you can find in your local store.
Ideally, you'd be consuming something local that you actually found in a tree, or at least you're buying organic, which you can actually not trust. But if you're consuming fruit that is sprayed with Roundup, basically, which is what it is, I mean, better not bother.
This kind of dry dates, which are the most affordable, but work just fine for this recipe. Also,
when you dry fruit, you get rid of all of the water soluble vitamins.
use half cup dried apricots and half cup prunes to cut down the sweetness of the dates, and also
If you wanted to cut down on the sweetness, you just eat the fruit fresh or from frozen with all of the water, so that you would have less sweetness per volume.
improve the flavor. Anyway, you should soak dates and apricots in hot water for 10 minutes before adding them to your food processor. This will make them soft and easy to blend. But first I grind down the nuts because I don't want them crunchy like granola bars. And here I have half cup this broken
Bro, how can you call this healthy when you're adding cashews? I mean, I was expecting seeds, but not these ones. I mean, cashews is literally from poison ivy family. A lot of people get a lot of bad reaction from these. I had a girl that, not a girl, a woman, a mother, was asking me, "Do you know why I might be having knee pain?" And I asked her, "Which types of seeds do you consume?" She was like, "Not really." And I was like, "Do you eat rice? Do you eat pasta? Do you eat bread?" Do you? And she was like, "What the hell can I eat?" And I asked, "Do you eat cashews?" And she said, "Yeah, I eat cashews and I also eat peanuts." She tried to remove them, and after 3 days, she was calling me to thank me that she basically felt like her pain gone away.
cashew nuts, which are the same thing with less price. But you can use any other nuts you like or have.
You can say that some nuts are less bad than others, but you can never say that they are good. I mean, we are not crows, we are not adapted to eat seeds.
Hand. Then drain the fruits. You can see it's quite soft now, and I add everything in my food processor together with the prunes and blend on high for 1 to 2 minutes until
I mean, if you like the flavor of your recipe, I mean, at least swap them for maybe some macadamias, maybe some hazelnuts. I don't even know. You have to research the ones that are least toxic if you still want to go their way. And I mean, you should ferment them. It's a seed. I mean, all herbivores ferment whatever plants or seeds they consume within their gut. We can do that. You have to do it in the kitchen. Overnight is better than nothing. That's why sourdough bread exists. You're grabbing the seeds, which we call the grains, and fermenting them overnight to reduce the anti-nutrient content.
smooth, and there's no chunks remain. You may also have to stop a few times to scrape down the sides, and now you have this sticky mixture that will hold the ingredients together. To make them more like a chocolate candy, I'm going to add quarter cup cocoa powder and
more more
to make
more seed powder, more seeds to add to the mixture. I mean, cocoa has caffeine. I mean, if you're used to it and you don't mind consuming it, I mean, go ahead, it's your life, but at least don't feed this to your kids.
more like a chocolate candy, I'm going to add quarter cup cocoa powder
And yes, cocoa by itself, as in all the chocolate that you can get, just raw cocoa as is showing, has caffeine just as much as tea has it. It's part of the plant.
Powder, and to bulk up the recipe, I prefer to add 1 cup desiccated coconut and blend one more
I mean, not terrible. It has a lot of saturated fat. It might bump up your libido though.
time, and tablespoon or 2 of oats depending on how sticky it is. By
Oats, I hope you you made overnight oats, as in fermenting overnight.
the way, coconut is not just cheaper compared to other ingredients, it is also super high in dietary fiber with 16.3.
But I mean, don't overdo it. Really don't. Because I mean, it's a nut, it's a seed. You should never overdo. I mean, the broccoli. I mean, give it to the rabbit. Avocado, it's a fruit. It's okay as long as you don't eat the peel, of course. Some people might blend it and think it has more nutrients, and sprays also. And chickpeas, I mean, ferment it very well if you want.
Grams of fiber per cup, so it has more than double compared to beans and chickpeas and 50% more than my beloved oats. Once everything is combined, you should transfer the dough on a large
We all know what that looks like.
baking dish like this square
Why not just eat the real deal?
brownie pan, and I use my hands to spread the dough evenly into the pan. Then I place a small piece of parchment paper and use a measuring cup to press and smooth the top. Now it needs some time in the fridge to
it looks
firm up
very-
and make it easier to cut into actual homemade candy bars. It takes me 2 to 3 hours in the fridge or 30 minutes or so in the freezer. And we can cut it into smaller pieces, either bars or squares, larger size or bite-sized pieces. It's all up to your preference or how much you need to satisfy your sweet tooth.
I mean, if you're looking just to satisfy your sweet craving, I guess, why not just eat a piece of fruit, one that you tolerate, one that you feel great with? Most people feel great with papaya, some mangoes, some tangerines, whatever. Bananas, though, a lot of people don't feel so great. Peaches as well, a lot of people don't do well with those. Even the pineapples. I mean, the biggest hurdle I had with this was the cashews and the lack of fermentation in the seeds. But other than that, I mean, it's acceptable. It's acceptable, and I have to give it to you. It's 100 times better than eating some candy from the supermarket that has all of these acids and E something and food colorings and whatnot that will basically make you feel like you have brain fog.
Keep in mind, because of the dry fruit and nuts, it's definitely not a low-calorie type of candy, so treat it like any other candy. Since the base of this recipe are nuts and dates, you can add almost anything to better suit your tastes. There are endless possibilities of flavor combinations, but try to keep it healthy and
Let's see. So, raisins, figs, cranberries, sultanas, peaches. Yeah, I mean, in America, a lot of people are becoming intolerant to the peaches. Then almonds, yeah, don't do those. They are, they are probably the most, how do you say it? The most triggering food on the planet for a biggest amount of people when it comes to knee pain, joint pain overall. They are very toxic, especially the peel, but the whole of them. Walnuts, get a crow if you want to have walnuts in your pantry. Hazelnuts are considered a true nut. I'm not sure if that's better. Pecans, pistachio, whatever. Sunflower. What? Ah, okay, the seeds. Okay, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, chia seeds. I mean, all of the nuts and seeds are seeds. You should ferment them. The fruits, you can have them however you like, as long as you don't use the peel.
minimally processed.
Nor the
And if you
seed.
buy ingredients like nuts and seeds in bulk, you can significantly cut down the cost per bar of this delicious healthy candy. And you can also make this nutritious homemade granola you can have for breakfast, or you can break into pieces.
If you want, go watch his video on the granola, but keep in mind the considerations I just made. Overall, just enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching.